Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time for the opening round action of the Bluff Championship right now. Hello everyone, thrilled to have your company this week. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action out on the course. We're excited to begin this week's coverage on 2K Sports, and also what's in store for us this week. We head down to the first tee now as we settle in to follow our featured player. There's a rumour that this rookie on tour has started up some kind of rivalry with someone else. Henny Koyak is on the ground. Henny, do you have any more information for us?
Our featured player, although they're just getting established on tour, wants to take down some of the bigger, better players that are out there. Whodatrasta is where they're going to start. And, well, despite the fact he's come back from injury, this young player can perform at the top level. He loves majors. So, with a Whodatrasta defeat, you know you're on the right track.
Oh, we always love to get the gossip on the ins and outs of players and their rivalries. Henny, thanks for that information. We'll be keeping an eye on this one closely. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. A 7-footer right here.
Little birdie look in here.
Just a short putt remaining here. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. He's currently tied for 8th. The second at Central Otago, Rich, is a par 5, which players feel like they'll be able to get there in 2, but they've still got to be very accurate.
They do. Some trees lining both the left and right sides of the fairway. Fairway does pinch in, so the bigger hitters need to worry about that. The second shot, though, back up the hill ever so slightly to a green that sits well above you. Massive outcropping of rocks on the right-hand side short, but anything missing long and left goes down to a really low valley area.
Luke, that's a stonking drive.
That one's found the thick stuff. Oh, no. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. This one doesn't look like it's hit with full intent. Nicely done. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
He's hoping this one breaks all the way back to the cup. That's well judged. Good speed, good line. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
That's disappointing. Okay, let's head to the next. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Rich, the third's a great little short four where the premium is on accuracy.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So lay up short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. This would be a great up and down from this spot. How close was that to going down? He has this putt to save his par. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The fourth is the first of the par threes at Central Otago, requiring a very well-executed mid-iron shot.
That bunker fronting the green is not in play. It's just there for aesthetics. Get you thinking a little bit. Anything missed out to the right is going to run all the way down into a really steep hollow, difficult to get it up and down from there. Bailing out to the left is the proper miss.
Going with the hybrid. That one's heading out to the right. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Even for the day. Ooh, that almost went down. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
this one to save par.
And he's down there. You got to read.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
Pace is always important. Get that speed right. And this one will be for bogey. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Rich, how good is it the PGA Tour has gone to venues like this? This fifth hole, a strong par 4.
It is. This is an amazing hole. Rock outcroppings both left and right off the tee from there. And just a pencil-like green in the distance. You've got a lot of danger out to the right-hand side. If you make 4 here, you're pleased.
Well, there he is, Wake Forest Will Zalatoris, Rich. He's done the job, and he continues to do it out here on tour, doesn't he?
He does. He's just one of these players that is just a ferocious competitor, isn't he? Ball striking is amazing. The putting sometimes works with him and works, but you know what? He gets the job done. And so you can't emphasize that enough. You know, it may not be pretty at times, but who cares? He's getting the job done. And you know when you go head-to-head against him, you've got your hands full because he's not backing down from anybody, any challenge, any championship. The guy's a winner.
And after that, he'll move to even par for the event. The 6th hole is yet another strong par 4, Rich.
Yes, just that lone bunker down the right-hand side can only usually be reached when the hole is playing directly downwind. So anything shy of that is good off the tee. A second shot here, we've got a multitude of rock outcroppings there on the left-hand side, protecting any wayward shots. Bailing out to the right is the play.
Oh, that is boom. He's setting up for his second shot. Only 2 shots off the pace.
Going with less club. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, he's trying to silence the young buck, Will Zalatoris, with that one. Really putting his cards out on the table. Brilliant stuff.
Currently at -1 following that hole.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
As we get to the 7th tee at Central Otago, Ridge, there's a bit of a decision to be made off the tee shot.
Not for me. I'm taking driver out every day. Downwind, I can fly that rock outcropping. Into the wind, I need driver just to get to it. Second shot again to a green that's long and surrounded by humps and hollows everywhere. This is a beauty.
That was a beauty.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Currently 2 under for the day. The 8th hole is a strong par 3 here at Central Otago.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. Yeah, that was a safe play. Momentum putts come in many shapes and sizes. This one's a 13-footer.
A really good look at birdie.
And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Nothing too much in this putt. It should go a little bit to the right, though, I think.
Slow down. Putting for a par now. So close. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
This 9th hole at Central Otago, Rich, is a strong way to finish the outward 9.
Plenty of room down the left-hand side to find the fairway with your tee shot, and from there, it should be go zone. But when you look at this green, it's got runoffs in all directions around it. If you've got any little demons running around in your head telling you that you can't chip it very good, you're not going to like this green.
This shot here from about 240 yards. 1 stroke off the lead. And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. Sitting at 1 under. Tied for 4th. And now this for a share of the lead. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that'll move him to 2 under par. And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete. 8 days a week, that rhythm works.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got around 100 yards here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, it looks like this one's going left to right.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And after that hole, he's ahead by just a solitary stroke. Well, Rich, the 11th hole is a monster, almost 600 yards in length. You just got to hope the wind's behind you.
Luke, this is a big par 5 here. Lone tree out to the right-hand side. Great aiming point for the player. But from there, if they got any hope of reaching into, it's got to be playing straight downwind. If not, your layup, you have some rocks there to contend with in that layup zone. And a third shot to a green that sits just above the fairway with a lot of run out on the right-hand side and short.
Oh, well done. Ooh.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That's a well-played chip shot there. This is a par putt. And updating the standings, they're currently in top spot alongside Rory McIlroy. Well, I like the look of the 12th hole at Central Otago, Ridge. A short one, which I'm sure some big hitters are going to want to try and take on.
And they should or could be able to, depending on the winds. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side just a little bit. And look at this green. It works in from both left and the right-hand side. This is almost a gimme birdie.
Well played, mate. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
How about this shot? Heading in the right direction. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Time for the second shot at the 12th. That is outstanding.
There's a hole out, and then there's a hole out for Eagle.
Let's go. Yeah, Phil, man. Super Saiyan Sensei Jam Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Better act like you goddamn know, man.
Great chip.
Yeah, Phil,
I could
man.
watch this all day.
Getting to the cash on the grass, slinging it iron.
Holding steady in first place after that one. The 13th at Central Otago is a par 4 and another quality two-shotter.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
That was wonderfully done. Playing from around 150 yards here. Absolutely flushed. A chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That's so close, but never mind. Just missing the par there. Unfortunate to drop a shot. After a quick look at the leaderboard, our featured player is on top with Rory McIlroy in second. The 14th hole is a par 3, Rich, but the tee shot really requires some sense and sensibility.
This is a cool feature because a green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here, and as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This for par.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Stop me if you've heard this before, but there seems to be a few rocky outcrops on this.
Luke, that's what I love about this golf course, is because we don't have too many hazards. We have rocks. That's what Mother Nature gave us. Again, when you look at this par 5, it just screams beauty from tee shot all the way up to the green. Just that one lone bunker on the right-hand side, which could see a fair bit of action with players' second shots, but is a very user-friendly green.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And that takes him to 6 under. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. .16 at Central Otago is the final par 3 on the course. Rich?
Yes, again, we have the rock outcroppings on the left-hand side, the bunker on the right. But as you can see, there's a massive false front, short and right, you want no part of. You're going to have to favor the left side, but don't catch the rocks.
Opting for the 9-iron. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
That's a good stock shot, the fade, isn't it? That's just inside the range. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17 requires a shot we haven't seen yet on the course.
We haven't. I love this fairway. It cambers both right and left into the center of the fairway, but the second shot right here sits well below the fairway, hidden by these rock outcroppings. So a blind second shot to a tiny green. This is just a wonderful, wonderful par 4.
That's a big drive. Second shot here on the 17th. Oh, stop it. What a shot. This one's for birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you'll get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Big, sweeping, hooking putt.
A little bit too much on that putt.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And finishing up with a par here today. That's a nice way to start this tournament, opening up with the first round lead.
Absolutely it is. You always want to see your name up on top of that leaderboard, no matter which round you're in. After the first round, though, so far, so good.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
And y'all already know what it is. You know, it's a blessing to be alive. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know, we ain't do too bad on that when we ended up in first. You did. And, you know, it was a nice vibe out there on the Mold Greens. Got that little autumn feel or whatever going on. You know, nice little fall feel going on. Bluff Championship. And yeah, ain't do too bad, man. We had 2 eagles out there. A nice chip in for eagle. That was real nice. You know, I said I was gonna dial in around the turn, and I don't know if that was this match or the last match when I said that, but yeah, shit. That ended up pretty good, you know. Got that P on, you feel me? So, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. On that grass, getting to the cash, slinging that iron. It's a blessing to be alive. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Think he got a squad. He think he got, you know what I mean, some niggas that really fuck with him. And, you know what I mean, he think that